Hey there. It is Friday the 17th of November. We're heading into kind of a vacation week. Probably won't be here. We'll probably take the week off and not check in next Friday. Too much going on with family stuff. Although in the Hogan household here at TG Central, everybody's ditching us. So it'll be quiet around here for the first time in years, but it'll be a little different thing. Maybe I think terrible football games on that weekend. Oh well, who cares about that? What is going on? There's a couple of new songs from Max brought us another Ben Harper tune, Diamonds on the Inside, and we got a little more a standard rock and roll riff kind of thing, the blues, the classic blues sound from Vanessa and her Everly Brothers tune. And I finally finished my piece on Leonardo. Sorry that took so long. It just got more and more complicated as I was laying out what I wanted to talk about with it and stuff. So anyway, I appreciate you bearing with me on that, but it's finished now, and that's most of what went on around here this week. I wanted to talk a little bit about a great question, although, boy, I should have thought about this before I just start spitting out info or thoughts. What makes a great song? I was thinking of too many songs at the same time. There we go. Okay, is that a great song or what? Is Just the Way You Are a great song or what? It's an unbelievable combination of things. Now, Nani and I saw a really, really cool Broadway show last night that was here in San Jose. Beautiful. Story of Carole King. And it's great. In the beginning, there's scenes with her. Don Kirshner is kind of the head of this music agency, and he needs hits, and he doesn't care if he loves songs with lyrics in it, like Bebop-a-loo-la. Anyway, keeping them very simple. And Carol's husband, Jerry Goffin, was writing a little more complicated stuff at the time, and they kind of had to simplify things. But anyway, it's a great story, and but I'm sort of off the track of what makes a great song, because Don Kirshner's idea of a great song was something that would sell for the Shirelles or some of his other bands. The Monkees, Pleasant Valley Sunday was one they played in there that came out. So McCartney's song, Yesterday, until he came up with lyrics that really complemented this beautiful melody, it was just a throwaway ditty like Maxwell's Silverhammer. Is that a great song? Well, I don't know. The Beatles did a lot of goofy songs that I wouldn't throw into the classics category, but because in order to be a great song, a lot of different people have to cover it. Boy, here's one. Something about that just grabbed a lot of artists, and they all just decided they had to do it. Here's one that's been covered by tons of them. Anyway, great lyrics, great melody. Why can't songwriters just turn them out at will? Some of them can, but that doesn't usually last very long. So, it was great to see Abilio, I think it was, who put up a lot of videos of songs considered great, and it was great to see the PFM song up there, because I'm glad people are starting to appreciate that. Maybe it was David that did that. Anyway, no, that was just a question, I think, on the level of difficulty. Boy, if you get a chance to see Beautiful, go do it. It's a touring company right now. They're here in San Jose for a couple more days. What were some of the early songs that happened in there? Oh. Interesting. They bring that song up in the play because Carol's husband Jerry seems like he's had a lot of issues, and the issues got worse as time went on. But felt like he had to keep, that was the only safe place that he could go where he felt like he could breathe. Anyway, it's funny, we think of this beautiful song, but we don't necessarily know all the stress that went into it. What was another one that was in there? Well, anyhow, let me see. Been an F probably. Sure, that's the best key for that one. A wouldn't work any better. Melody's too low. That's boy, it has quite a range in there. D, no, G would put it in a bad. E maybe. Come. Okay, if I ever work on an arrangement of that, remind me. Try it in E. It's more complicated, but it looks like it'll work better. Okay, I guess that's it for my spiel about Carole King. I've really enjoyed listening to her since last night. Had her kind of like on nonstop play, and found a really hard to find album. There's a song that knocked me out the first time I heard it. I heard it on a Blood, Sweat and Tears album. The first album without David Clayton Thomas. It was called New Blood. Jerry Fisher replaced David Clayton Thomas in about 1973, maybe 72, 73, and they had this great song called Snow Queen that then segued into Maiden Voyage by Herbie Hancock. I can see him. I can see the album cover. Just couldn't come up with his name. And it's great because it's really jazzy, and then Maiden Voyage is just this beautiful, beautiful tune. So I encourage you to check that out. Snow Queen and Maiden Voyage medley from the Blood, Sweat and Tears album, New Blood. No big hits on that, I don't think. They were kind of past their radio prime at that time, as were a lot of people. But all I remember about the song was that it was a Carole King song. I thought, man, I've got all Carole King's albums, and I've never heard it, and I couldn't find it. I did find it. She was in an obscure band when she left New York and moved to California in about 1968 or so. She hooked up with Charles Larkey and Danny Korchmar and put an album out under the name of the band was called The City, and it had Snow Queen on it. Also had something else that became a big hit for her. Wait. Not a big hit for her. Another tune that Blood, Sweat and Tears did with David Clayton Thomas, Heidi Ho. So these two songs from later Blood, Sweat and Tears albums, Carole King songs that nobody'd ever heard unless they'd had this album that came out before her first album, Writer, which didn't do very well in 1970, and then Tapestry, of course, changed the course of modern musical history. I have to do more songs from Tapestry. I will get to that. I'm going to put Carole King on my list of things to dig up a few more Carol's tunes. Okay, that is it for this end of it's still the middle of November. It's only the 17th, but things are winding down and are heading into holiday season. So hope everybody has a good week, and we'll have a few new cool tunes for everybody next week. I know I've got what I have planned. Well, let me not tell you what I have planned, because it could change. It could get totally detoured by last night's event. So that's it. See you soon.